The day Ada boarded the flight to Abuja, she expected to surprise her husband. Instead, she found another woman living in his apartment, holding the son his family had always wanted. But what Ada didn't know was that within months, a shocking secret would destroy everything her husband had sacrificed his marriage for. Ada and Emeka met in university. They studied together, dreamed together, survived difficult days together. After graduation, they married and settled in Lagos. Their love story inspired everyone around them. There was only one challenge. Years passed without a child. The pressure from Emeka's family became unbearable. As the only son, everyone expected him to produce an heir, especially a male heir. Every family gathering became an interrogation. Every celebration became a reminder. Then, after years of prayers and hospital visits, Ada finally gave birth. A beautiful baby girl. Ada cried tears of joy. Emeka was happy too. But his mother's reaction revealed something troubling. She smiled, but the disappointment in her eyes was impossible to hide. The family wanted a grandson. Years later, Emeka's engineering company opened a new branch in Abuja. He was selected to lead the project. The promotion came with prestige and money. At first, everything seemed normal. He visited Lagos every 2 weeks, then once a month, then every 2 months. Eventually, 4 months passed without a visit. Ada became worried. Phone conversations became shorter. He stopped answering video calls. Whenever she suggested visiting him, he always found an excuse. His apartment was supposedly too small. The project was supposedly too stressful. The excuses never ended. Something felt wrong. One morning, Ada made a decision. Without informing Emeka, she booked a flight to Abuja. She located the address connected to one of his utility bills. Standing outside the apartment, her heart raced. She knocked. The door opened. A woman stood there holding a newborn baby boy. Ada felt her knees weaken. Before she could speak, Emeka appeared from inside. The look on his face said everything. He had been caught. The woman was not a visitor. She was living with him, and the baby boy appeared to be his son, the son his family had always wanted. Ada's world collapsed. Ada returned to Lagos expecting support. Instead, she experienced another betrayal. Emeka's mother shocked everyone. She openly defended the Abuja woman. According to her, the baby boy carried the family name. Some relatives even suggested that Ada should simply accept the situation. After all, the other woman had produced a son. Ada could not believe what she was hearing. Years of loyalty suddenly meant nothing. She felt abandoned by everyone. Even her own marriage seemed lost. While dealing with heartbreak, Ada noticed changes in her body. She visited the hospital. The doctor smiled. "Congratulations, you're pregnant." Ada froze. After everything that had happened, she was carrying another child. She cried all the way home, not because she was unhappy, but because life had suddenly become more complicated. Should she tell Emeka? Should she hide it? Would his family even care? Ada decided to keep the pregnancy secret for now. Meanwhile, life in Abuja was not as perfect as Emeka imagined. The new woman gradually changed. She demanded more money, then more gifts, then a house, then official marriage. Arguments became frequent. Nothing Emeka did was enough. The peaceful life he imagined never existed. Every month brought new demands. Every conversation ended in conflict. For the first time, he began missing the peace he once had with Ada. But pride prevented him from returning. One day, the Abuja woman made a surprising request. She wanted Emeka's name added to documents concerning the boy. A disagreement followed. Family members became involved. Questions arose. Someone suggested a DNA test. The results arrived weeks later. Silence filled the room. The boy was not Emeka's son. The child belonged to another man from the woman's past. Nobody could believe it. The family that celebrated the grandson was stunned. Emeka's mother nearly collapsed. Everything they had sacrificed Ada for had been a lie. The Abuja woman disappeared shortly after the scandal. Emeka became the laughingstock of relatives and friends. His finances suffered, his reputation suffered. Most painful of all, he realized he had destroyed his marriage for nothing. The daughter he neglected still loved him. The wife he betrayed had never betrayed him. For months he lived with regret. Eventually, Emeka returned to Lagos. He knelt before Ada. He apologized. He cried. He begged for another chance. Ada listened quietly. Then she revealed something he never expected. Their second child had already been born, a healthy baby. Emeka stared in disbelief. Tears filled his eyes. He had missed the entire pregnancy, the hospital visits, the delivery, the first cry, everything, because he had been chasing another life. Ada looked at him and said, "You abandoned your family, searching for what you thought would complete your life. Yet everything God gave you was already here." Emeka looked at his daughter, then at the newborn baby sleeping peacefully. At that moment, he understood. His greatest loss was never the fake son in Abuja. His greatest loss was the time he could never recover with the family he almost destroyed. From that day forward, he spent years rebuilding trust, slowly, patiently, because some mistakes can be forgiven, but they can never be erased. Let's end with this. Never trade genuine love for temporary desires. A child is a blessing, whether boy or girl, and the family you neglect today may be the family you desperately wish to have tomorrow.